The language of emotions. How to listen, learn, and lead. How many times have we assumed we led from an emotion and took us in the wrong direction? And then my question is it truly your essence? Is it truly your true emotion? Or is it an old emotion that's been sabotaged in a way to lead you on a track or even somebody else's emotion? So often in life, we experience separation for somebody or grief, and we connect an emotion to it and then we block it. Grief is the biggest blocker for emotions in the heart that we can come across. And then sadness comes in. Also, what can happen as well is, for example, if your mom, as our moms on Mother's Day, and full moon, um, maybe was supporting us and loving us by supporting our ritual of being around the table as family. And that ritual involved, sweets and desserts and take more. So the association as a child with sweets, with candy, with desserts, sugar is connected to mom or dad's rewards, mom or dad's love. I've been good, I get rewarded. So then we're missing mom, and then we fill it up with sweets. So, what is your connection with your emotions? And then what is really running your emotions? And what is behind them? What is deep in the subconscious layers connected to emotions? And then have you accepted them? So many emotions are confused, and maybe you've betrayed them yourself and you've shut them down because they're too heavy or they're frozen. You're in shock, or you can't trust the emotion. So in this webinar, I really want to break down all the different emotions and to go through them and then set them free to reconnect to your true essence, and that you're not being ruled by an overriding connection with an emotion which was connected maybe, let's say, with sugar, sweets, with your mom. And it's interesting how food comes up, because food can have, this connection of love with mom. But then usually around 12, 13, we become a rebel. And, as most children grow up, teenagers, then we disconnect from mom and we find our own core. But in that, there could be a disconnect from the food as well, because mom is the one who gave us the food. So it could distort our relationship with food. So I want to support you to really look deeper into these systems, go deeper into the subconsciousness programming around emotions, around food, and see what is in the system. And it's interesting, I was just talking to a friend today, how if we go back a few generations, the parents, the grandparents, great grandparents would be around a table and they would celebrate with food and desserts and sugars. But for example, even the ice cream going back a few generation or two before was with raw milk, which was healthy, was with vanilla, biological vanilla, which is excellent. And then there was raw honey, excellent. So a lot of the traditional ancestral desserts were actually healing. And now we still have that in our system. But what is ice cream made of now? What are sweets made of now? What is artificial vanilla flavoring now? So, do you see the way in the ancestral line these sweets worked for healing, but now they've been distorted with chemicals, man interfering with nature, the goodness of nature. And every time man interferes in DNA, every time man manipulates something like the weather, for example, everything, it goes down a strange course. So, what is our emotions with food? What is our emotions with our parents? What is our emotions with ourselves? And reconnect these emotions and bring them up and clear them. and clear the grief from our system. So I'm going to work very deeply with emotions in these two webinars over the weekend. And it's really a great time. And it's interesting, the full moon also is for this evening. So it's a great time to open up and start this system work and to reset and recalibrate our emotions back to our essence, our inner child. So if you want to be part of this and really go on a journey into your emotions and see what is triggering you, what is pulling you, what is guiding you, and what is blocking you from your real emotions, I invite you to be part of this webinar. It's beautiful that we're doing it straight after purpose, as we're connected, reconnected with our essence. And then now it's the emotions. So it's different levels of consciousness, and each webinar in the Academy is different levels of consciousness. And this is a very important one, going deep and working with your true emotions and reconnecting with the real emotions within you on a soul level. So maybe I see you over the weekend. Thank you.